And what up, what's good with y'all? Here we go, day 2 of the ls3 swap. About to head over to Aaron's right now so we can finish this up. We got other Aaron with us today too, so had to come in here and grab some buffalo wings since I'm back on my diet, you know, after the whole New Year stuff. Get on your diet and your meal plan and stuff. So back on keto, doing my fast. It's about 12 something right now, so it's time to break my fast. But I left all my meal prep, tongue twisted.
It's meal prep meals.
My meal prep meals at home. So we're here about to buy some chicken before we get to Aaron's real quick. But you feel me? You see the gains. See the gains.
See that gang?
Pregnant, getting fat.
You're getting fat, huh?
All right, so we just pulling up to Aaron's. Not this Aaron, but other Aaron right here.
I'm tired, man. Man, here we go again.
Aaron and Aaron. To keep things simple, we're gonna call him White Aaron.
I knew it.
And we're gonna call him Black Aaron.
Yeah.
Simple.
Wait, so am I allowed to put that in my vlogs? White Aaron says, or the Black Aaron came over? I just want to know, and for all y'all to see, that Mike gave me approval to say the Black Aaron. Is that okay?
Is that okay?
Hey, we said
Yes, go ahead.
I mean, I guess that's how
It's not like you saying N-word, Aaron.
Nah.
Yeah, we'll F you up. You say N-word, Aaron.
I don't say that anyway. How many times have you heard me say that?
Say N-word, Aaron. Say
Absolutely. I'm not saying that.
This was like kind of off the record. Y'all didn't really see this. We set this in, but it has to come back out. So we just did this to see if it would actually go on here with the oil pan. And then once it was in, I kind of noticed that we had this big gap back here. And I was like, Aaron.
Hold on, so I have some credibility. Here we go. Here's some credibility before I get roasted. No.
He don't know his left and rights.
You know what? You ask anybody that works on cars, you know, anybody knows that this is the right-hand side. I'm pretty sure that we followed the directions. Yeah, I followed directions because there's no directions for this goddamn kit. So, as far as it goes, we put it in correctly, but that is quite the gap. So.
Yeah, it's looking like it has a big ass gap in the back. So, my thought on this is the motor mounts are backwards because I know this kit should sit. It should sit a lot further back. So, with this Jamungo gap back here, I'm pretty sure the engine mounts are backwards. So this is gonna be coming out. We're gonna be flipping it, and then I think once it's flipped, it's gonna clear with the LOJ oil pan. Everything should be fine, but we'll see once we get these mounts flipped and pull the motor back out. But this was just to sit it in there, and you know, so we can see it for like visually ourselves. Them was smacking.
Gone.
All gone. So we about to go show Black Aaron the G35.
Yeah, the Black Aaron.
Crazy, he ain't even seen this car since we got it.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, Christian, if you watching this, bro, I'm need a new hoodie, man. I spilled like KFC gravy on here, and it's just, I really like this hoodie. Ooh, look at that.
Oh, it looks so nice.
Clean, huh?
Don't look like his rap.
I know, right? He did a good ass job.
They did a good ass job.
Can't really tell it's wrapped at all.
Nah. Scraped it up at the bottom. Quick fix.
Yeah, White Aaron did that. Yeah. Going out the driveway. He got stuck under the car. Look at this neglect, man. I haven't even put the bumper all the way on. I was like, I'm gonna just leave it like this. That way we gotta take it off.
Yeah.
But it sound hella good. Sound good, look good. Playing for Nita car.
Yeah, I got the money at the time when y'all sell it. I might buy.
Girl car. Not bad for your girl car. Got your girl riding in style. Fitment cool. Not too low. Should be alright.
These are lights that came with it?
Yeah, came with these lights.
Yeah, that's looking nice, man.
Look, 6-speed already. Black interior. Looks good. Woo! Look, I didn't even know. Factory Bose? Okay.
Got that bass.
Alright, so right now, swapping mounts. So I'm not sure if these mounts are square or not, but for sure probably backwards because even the trans isn't lined up in the shifter hole. So probably flip this upside down. If that doesn't work, flip flop sides and see. So hopefully we have enough clearance right here for the AC bracket and stuff, because I am trying to keep AC on this car. So hopefully it works. All right, so it turns out that both mounts are squared. So the mounts are basically the same on both sides. So what that means is once we flip it, we're gonna need to trim a little bit of this on the AC bracket. That way we can get the mount on, because you can see right here, it doesn't want to line up. So for those that are keeping AC, keep that in mind that you will need to notch the bracket right here because the holes aren't gonna line up. But it should be, this material is hella thick, so you got plenty of material to take off back here if you need to. That way you can get the mount in and still keep your AC. So we'll probably just trim it all right here. And it's hella bolts in that shit, so it definitely has enough reinforcement to get trimmed right there for the mount. Also, another note, when you're putting your starter in, you are going to have to grind off this little lip right here. You got to take that down a little bit. That way your starter, you feel me, sits in that jemmy, but without grinding it down, it's going to touch. So you have to grind this down a little bit. So here and here are the two areas you're going to want to grind. Here's the end product for y'all. Just enough clearance in there. What you doing in my box? This ain't Ford stuff. Get up out of here.
So what?
This ain't Ford stuff. Give me my shit. You don't know nothing about this.
You tripping?
This
Still know how to install it though.
the Chevy stuff right here. Feel me? Show Ford head ass out here.
Let me see that, man.
Car might start sounding like yours. And
Crazy. Oh, that's fit.
yeah, it should sound like a farmer pickup truck.
I bet it don't.
You don't want to race right now on foot.
On foot?
Let's go.
Man, you don't want to race.
I gap you. Remember how? Hey, me and him already raced on foot. What was that, Pacifica? I gapped that boy. I just looked this big. So I
He said he was
hey,
jogging.
the thing, people think because I'm big, I ain't
he can
fast. Aaron, no, I got wheels. I was betting Aaron. I told this false, like, I bet you I'll whoop you in the game of skate. He was like, you beat me? I'm like, bruh, you ain't knowing, bruh.
I definitely did.
Hey, Aaron, he ain't knowing, He ain't knowing. Boy.
Hey, I didn't know. Hey, and I gave you props, dude, for sure.
We got that. Pressure flip. Go ahead. We got that.
All right, so since we have the long tube headers right here, we no longer need the test pipe. So these test pipes are gonna be coming out, and then these should mate up directly to the stock Y pipe, or well, not stock Y pipe because I have the aftermarket Megan style Y pipe. So, but yeah, these should mock up to those. The headers look like they are. There's probably a 2.5 flange, so it'll be perfect for my 2.5 inch Y pipe.
Shit, dripping water everywhere.
So this is the old test pipe off of the 350 that was on the VQ. This has the defiler for your O2 sensors, and then this was for my wideband right here. So since this does have, obviously for the O2 sensors, but it doesn't have the plug for the wideband sensors, I'm gonna have to take it eventually and get a new bong welded in, because I do plan on running my widebands on here. The wideband gauge I have is dope because it reads both sides of the bank, so I'll know exactly what both sides of the motor is doing. So I definitely want to keep that wideband on here. So we'll probably just add the bong somewhere on here. That way I can keep that all on there. So far the hardest part on this was getting the header in there. This was honestly a bitch, but we managed to get it in. We finally got it past the steering rack and all that. So it's in there. Yeah. Definitely a tight fit, but took some finessing. So if y'all getting ready to do this, we recommend you starting with the driver's side, put it on there kind of loose, leave the passenger side off. At first we tried it with the passenger side on, didn't work, we had to take it off. Then we tried to feed it up from the bottom to get it in there, didn't work. So well, what you can kind of do is just set it in there when you start putting the motor in, and then just kind of flip it and work it in there from there at the same time as you putting the motor in. But It's gonna be hard regardless of how you do it. It's not gonna be one of those easy things. So note that. I'm fighting. Oh no, that's just making it the bolt move. But we're there.
Yeah, I mean we can.
Right there.
It's like right there.
Good game, baby.
Yeah, see you in the shower.
No homo. Good game, baby. Go ahead, we can go. Mount it all up. Y'all see it? It is now sitting on itself.
Final.
So both mounts are in.
Look at the fitment in the back now, like you were saying.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be sitting.
Yeah.
See? Lucky I came. He would have put the whole swap in backwards.
Yeah.
Where would you be without me?
I don't know, probably still working.
We in there. Another note, and this is gonna be a big and very, very important note that we found out. So with the LLJ kit, if you're running the LLJ kit, as far as engine mounts, the LLJ pin on your LS setup, you can't run the factory sway bar. You have to upgrade to the Sicky sway bar. But since we're running the ISR mounts with the LLJ oil pan, we can actually run the LLJ oil pan on here with the factory sway bar. So that's gonna be a big one. So I would recommend piecing these two kits together, unless ISR figures out kind of their issue with the Canton oil pans and the inconsistency with the finish on them. But far as like how this works over the LLJ kit, this is what I do prefer, because I prefer to run my factory sway bar versus having to go get a Sicky sway bar and paying for the extra. So the ISR mounts are probably, for me, in my opinion, are going to be the better bang for buck, just because of where they sit the oil pan. You can run your factory sway bar and all that, and again, your factory exhaust will work, or your aftermarket exhaust that you have for a 350Z. So for those people that have like Tomeis already and they don't want to, you know, have to get another exhaust and all that, or you know, you waste like $1,600 on the exhaust, the ISR kit will mate up to a Tomei and all that. So that's another thing to note. But a big one is going to be the oil pan. The oil pan does work with the factory sway bar if you're running the ISR mounts. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. So, damn, you grinding your tool? This is dedication.
I mean, I couldn't put it in there.
That's what she said. She didn't let me put it in there either.
Right here, because the alternator, I can't get the tool in there with it, so I'm gonna cut it down. Mad, bro. Mad.
Sad boys.
Man, pissed.
Yeah, so I'll show y'all why Aaron's like butthurt and sad. Sad boys.
Laying on cold ass concrete for 3 hours trying
Shiny
to
ass head.
Man, here we
Laying in fucking gear oil. Well, it's dark in here, so y'all can't really see, but the shifter isn't sitting where it needs to be sitting. It's kind of like cocked off, but we did switch this with the LOJ mount, so it might end up being an issue with that, since it's not, you know, the ISR mounts. So it's probably shifting the shifter into a, you know, like an off position.
It won't even stay in second gear, huh?
Nah, keeps popping out.
Yeah, it's too close.
So maybe the ISR setup's a little bit shorter, so it pushes it forward more. That would make sense, but who knows?
Damn it.
Trial and error.
No, for real. Don't do this.
So far, what's worked with us or worked for us with the LOJ and the ISR kit, so far it's just been the oil pan, kind of.
Oil pan? Well, the mounts did. The mounts and the oil pan cleared, and then it made it where we were able to clear with the factory sway bar. So.
Yeah, but the shifter bracket on there ain't working. So if you're gonna do it based on our mistake, try using the ISR. From here on, we'll probably just use the rest of the ISR kit.
I'm not messing with anything else. We were hoping to get away with it, but
yeah.
oh well.
It would make sense though. So this kit probably pushes it forward, and the LOJ mounts probably sit a little bit farther forward. That's why the stock.
Hey, that's why we're vlogging it though.
Yeah.
I mean, our trial and error make it so all y'all out there don't do the same mistake.
I think the ISR mounts sit further back than the LOJ mounts. That's why it probably clears the sway bar. Whereas with the LOJ mounts, it doesn't clear.
It forward a little
Yeah,
bit.
pushes it forward and doesn't clear. Womp womp womp. So that's next on our list is to try to replace that, and then hopefully we get some clearance on here. We would have been done with this today. We would have had all this bolted up, but now we're just trying to.
One thing.
Yeah, this is like the hold up. The headers were a little pain in the ass, but then this is like another pain. So slowly but surely now, kind of slowed down. Trial and error though.
That's all right, man. It's sitting in here. So I mean, we got to drop the back down a little. We'll change that plate, try and bolt it back up, but. I mean, everything else is tight, so, I mean...
I bet you that's what it is.
If it's only that, I mean, we're like 90% done. Then it's put the front on, put the hood on, put a drive shaft in. That's that.
But still, shaking my head.
Did it look smooth?
It looked weird. What's up? You good, Black Aaron?
Nah, but I ain't good. Nah, I'm just playing.
It is cold than a motherfucker out here.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't know if y'all can see my breath.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. It's cold.
Yeah, it's really cold.
It's not like Alaska cold or Antarctica cold, but it's still like cold
It's
cold.
too cold.
It's cold for the Bay Area.
Yeah.
We refused to pull the motor back out to get to the.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like that was not an option. We definitely thought about it, but not an option. Not an option.
Nope.
So now, when you look at these side by side, you can see that this one is slightly set back more. Man, we should have lined these bolt holes up earlier, man.
Yeah.
We would have seen that shit.
Yep. Hey, live and learn, like you said, right?
Live and learn.
Looking from here to here, I mean, that's still...
Yeah, it's about like an inch
Yeah.
or so
Too much.
from where the shifter sits.
And that's going to pull it into the center of the hole better.
Look at this.
So here's a U-joint. It's flush here. But that's how far back this sits from here. It wasn't going to work. It was never going to work. Don't use the LOJ kit with the ISR.
You know
mount
what I
kit.
think would work? The LOJ aluminum plate, but with this one from the ISR.
Oh, if I just mounted it. Well, it's off now. I ain't doing that shit. Fuck that.
JK, fool.
Not trying it. Like you said.
We about to be wrapping this up and calling it a night. Aaron has fiddled with this thing, trying to get the shifter location correct, but we switched all the way back to the ISR stuff, and we still kind of a little bit too far back. So what needs to happen is we're probably going to loosen up the motor mounts and slide the engine a little bit forward. If we can get it to slide forward maybe a half inch or so, then we'll be perfectly fine. But they have the option to go back and forth or whatnot. So as of right now, this is our stopping point. We just need to get the shifter in, but we're damn near 90% done. Headers, engine mounts, everything's all bolted up. It's just a matter of getting the drive shaft in, and then from there, it's good to just go back on the ground. The whole front end can go back on, but we're like super close on finishing it up. But it's just cold as shit out here right now, and it's getting late, so we're just gonna call this a night. So if you need to, I think Aaron's gonna be here Wednesday. I'm not gonna come Wednesday. I have to work, but he'll be probably dropping a vlog on that on Wednesday when he finishes this up or whatnot. So make sure you just stay in tune with him and check him out if you want to see the end of how he ends up fixing it and finishing it up. But my ass is checking out. It's cold, and I got work in the AM. So deuces.
I've been going too crazy, these niggas too shady. Speed limit 65, I'm about to do 80. Fuck the niggas hating on. I've been on the come up. You